The day before yesterday, I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues. Casually, I asked to her what kind of husband she wants. Initially, she turned me down in reluctance, but then she answered the question. He should be understanding. He should be well settled. I didn't go through in this conversation much forward, but the only question came up in my mind that was, do you have the same kind of capability? Do you have the capability to understand him? I didn't ask this question to her, and this question always remained in my mind. The reason behind that was we always think someone always should be understood us. And every time we think like no one understands us. And that's why we always keep seeking. Everyone should be able to understand us. You know how we define love? The definition of love, the way it's considered, is someone matches with our energy. It's someone knows what we are feeling and know how to comfort us. If someone knows our parents and always be available without even having the need of telling to that person. That's how we define the love. That's how we feel like we are being understood by someone. But the same kind of capability we have to nurture as well. And this capability can only be nurtured if we clearly communicate what we want. If we clearly communicate what another person is looking for in us. But we guess that our partner would be superhuman, having the telepathic abilities. And if we are not able to receive the same kind of response, just because we've had the same kind of unrealistic expectation of being understood without even letting know to that person, we feel like that person is not for us. We feel dissonance with that person. On top of that, it feels like that person is not available for us. Or sometimes that person loves to us, but doesn't know how that person can reciprocate, or doesn't know what are you feeling, what is the reason behind that. That person didn't have any idea about your thinking pattern, about your gestures. But how that person can know without having any kind of conversation? And we expect that someone should be able to know. Especially in the beginning of the relationship. It can be arranged or it can be a loving relationship. In initial days, when we are not able to receive that thing, and we feel like that person is not for us, we feel like we are being misunderstood. There is a problem in any kind of relationship. You know how it feels like being understood? If someone always remain available, if someone knows every single thing about you, but you have communicated that thing from the day one, you have worn your heart on your sleeve. And if that person shows up, reciprocates with you, then we can consider that person should be able to understand us, or then we are being understood by someone. And at the same time, we should be able to understand that person in the same way. But we always seek reciprocation without reciprocating others. I'm not talking about everyone, There are beautiful couples in the world. There are beautiful people in the world who truly devote themselves in relationship. But I'm talking about some couples or some people who want something, but they don't have the capability to give the same thing. And they always feel like someone is not understanding to us. Someone simply is not putting efforts. But to be understood, we have to emotionally invest ourselves with that person. And that person is to emotionally invest himself or herself with you too. Then you both will be able to understand each other. And it can't be deciphered in just one meeting, two meetings. It only can be deciphered just by spending time, just by having the willingness to be with each other, just by having the willingness to be present with each other in that moment and keeping everything aside. And if thing doesn't happen, then we always say, you don't love me. That's what exactly happens every single time. So overall, it's not bad if we want to be understood by people. But we have to clear everything, how it feels like being understood. What we want is someone should be understood us. First of all, we need to understand ourselves about our needs. Then we have to overcome from this unrealistic expectation that someone automatically understands you. We are humans. No one has that kind of a superpower that makes that person able to know your patterns, to match with your wavelength, to comfort you the moment you want until you clear out. And even in that situation, you feel like you are the only one grappling with the same situation, and you don't find that person around you, then it's a right grief. Then it's a perfect complaint that simply that person is not available for you, or that person doesn't want to spend his or her time with you. Then you can say that you have got misunderstood, or that person was not for you. And if you expect vice versa, then it can't ever be happened. Then you are barking up with the wrong tree. Not only you are punishing yourself, but you are deciding comeuppance for that person too. Not only you are hurting yourself, but you are hurting that person. Not only you are putting your present on stake, but the future as well. And it conduces bad effect in every segment of the life, including the relationship too. So if you want to be understood by someone, then first of all, you should be able to understand yourself about your needs, then learn to communicate your needs, invest yourself with that person in that relationship, then just let the things happen. Give some time. Then you can expect whether someone is being with you, whether someone wants to emotionally invest in you, whether someone has the willingness to give you love, to reciprocate you, to guide you, to inspire you. If someone is not showing up in that way, simply you can choose another one. No one compels you to be in that relationship. But at least you should be clear, we should be clear, if we have been with someone, without expecting something that is unrealistic. So the moment you ask to someone, you should be understandable. Then simply says to yourself first, or ask to yourself first, what are your needs? How it feels like being understood. Some things can be predictable just by spending time with each other. But not every single thing can be predictable. And always there should be some work to do in a relationship too. Because if everything we let that person know, then what that person would do to make our relationship a perfect relationship, or how that person would invest in that relationship. But not every single thing we should always let that person guess about ourselves. And this way that person will keep guessing every single time and won't be able to support you. And you always keep feeling like it's not happening, it's not working. What I want, he doesn't know. He doesn't even care about my desires, my needs. If you don't let that person know, so be clear, sit with that person, tell everything, and then expect. And at this moment, that expectation will be realistic, and you have the right to expect. But in the beginning, you can't say that, and you can't ever predict that person is understandable or not, or that person simply will be able to understand you or not. You can just keep having the guess by having some answers in consideration of your questions. But it doesn't mean if that person answered you correctly, that person will be able to reciprocate to you. So many things gets cleared with time. So many things can be known about yourself by passing the time. But it can only be happened with emotional availability and willingness to spend time, and always being present with you. We want, but we don't want to give. We want to be embraced by everyone the way we are, and at the same time we try to change, and we always idolize that person having specific qualities. But that person automatically is a form of idolization, the way that person is, the moment you choose to embrace that person. So in a nutshell, we have to nurture all those qualities. First of all, we have to understand all those qualities, and then we can expect by knowing his or her patterns, by reciprocating, by investing in ourselves. And when it comes to change, every change only matters in another personality if that change hindering your growth, questioning your identity. Then we can expect the change, or simply we can make that person change itself for you, not forcefully, but respectfully, through his willingness or her willingness. But if any change is not putting any problem in your way, and simply is just unwanted, then we have to be comfortable with that. Because we have some bad habits too. We have some shortcomings too. We are totally, perfectly imperfect, and at the same time, that person is perfectly imperfect too. And two imperfect persons make a perfect relationship. The moment we clear out everything, and then we reciprocate each other without having the feeling of being misunderstood. If we allow that person by giving some hint for understanding ourselves, and in this way, every relationship can be a better relationship. And I hope we all be able to know about our needs and to remove unrealistic expectations, and all will be able to reciprocate the same way, the way we want from others. And with this beautiful thought, bring the smiles on everyone's face. Make the world a better place to live. That's all I've got to say about this. Signing off, Vivek Kumar, your buddy. Bye bye.